No need to attend our offices for a meeting unless you really need one. You can access smart accounts from the convenience of your office, the comfort of your home, in fact from anywhere that has a broadband connection. Our accountants are regulated. We care about our client data. We do not share any data with third parties unless you agree. Our website is protected using leading SSL and is secure. We're fully compliant with HMRC and Companies House filing procedures. Our payroll systems are RTI, which is real-time information compliant. Our tax return filing is compliant with HMRC XBRL tagging of accounts. Our submission processes are also fully compliant with Companies House procedures. Your financial statements are prepared on the basis of UK GAAP and the new FRS 102 principles. Instructions on how to view your accounts and key information are in the email you received with your accounts attached as a PDF. If you open your accounts PDF now, you can then follow the explanations of your own important points and key figures as we go through this presentation. This is the first page of your accounts, also known as financial statements. These are draft accounts, which means they're not yet finalised and could be subject to amendments. Check your company registration number is correct. Check your company name. This should be stated in full and not abbreviated. And also check the date is for the correct accounting period. The contents page gives an overview of what makes up the financial statements. This page lists the company's officers and professional advisors. It also states your registered office as recorded at Companies House. Make sure you check this is the correct address. The address the business actually trades from is often a different address altogether. The director's report is a brief explanation of what the company's trading activities were. It also states the period covered by the accounts and who the directors were during this time. It's important that a director signs the accounts on behalf of the company and its board. You will notice two columns of figures here. The column on the left is the period covered by these accounts. The column on the right shows last year's figures as a comparison. Compare these key figures for both years. Were they higher, lower, and if so, what are the reasons for this? Look for any unexplained differences. The balance sheet shows a snapshot of the business's assets and liabilities on the last day of the accounting period of the business. Balance sheets demonstrate the worth of a business and, importantly, whether a company was solvent or not. A solvent company has more assets and liabilities, allowing it to reinvest in growing the company. A director of the company must also sign the balance sheet to authorise and approve the accounts. These notes to the financial statements record the key accounting information from the balance sheet in more detail. They usually cover 4 to 5 pages. Check this information in your accounts. The notes to the financial statements give the reader a greater understanding of the accounts and include some key points which you should check in your accounts. For example, fixed assets. If you know the business has purchased assets in this period, check additions for the correct amount. Any hire purchase and lease agreements you have should be mentioned in this section here. Debtors shows the breakdown of monies owed to the business. Check this is in line with what you expected. Creditors shows the breakdown of monies the business itself owed, whether that was to suppliers or HMRC, for example. Check this is correct. Long-term creditors are shown separately in the notes as they are payable over a longer period of time, usually at least 1 year. The profit and loss account shows the carried forward profit or loss from the previous year, as well as any dividends taken. It then leaves a balance which could be issued as a dividend. Don't worry if at this stage you're unsure about anything in your accounts or this presentation. Just jot your queries down on an email or give us a call and an accountant will talk you through what you want to know. The accountant's report is prepared by us as your accountants. The detailed profit and loss account shows a more detailed analysis and breakdown of the figures. Check in your draft accounts PDF that these figures are what you expected and that they reflect the day-to-day running of the business. Check the turnover. That's the money coming into the business generated from sale of goods or supply of services. Is it correct or higher or lower than you expected? Check the cost of sales. These are the direct costs incurred in making your turnover. For example, a restaurant's direct costs would be food. Check the stock figure matches your records. Check the gross profit. This is the profit made before overheads and admin costs are taken into account. And on the bottom line, check the net profit. This is what the business has made after all costs and overheads have been deducted, but before tax is paid. The final page of your accounts is a detailed breakdown of the expenses of the business. Administrative expenses are the overheads of the business. Check these figures firstly for this year and then also look at them in comparison to the previous year. For example, in this set of accounts, the advertising figure for the current year is £8,064 as opposed to £2,931 for the previous year. Why is this? Is there a valid reason for it? In this case, an advertising campaign was run during the period, resulting in higher expenses for advertising. Look at your figures in detail. Are there any differences? Are they higher, lower, or what you expected? Check each of the entries against your own records. Do they sound right? If not, let us know by email and we can discuss it further. These notes are very important. You should review them and act promptly. Don't worry if you have any queries or have not understood anything in your presentation. Please feel free to contact us. There is a contact form for questions at the bottom of this page. That is the bottom of your screen. This will go straight to your accountant who will reply as soon as they are able. Alternatively, you can email or telephone us as usual, or book a face-to-face meeting if you prefer. Our customers are the most important focus of our business model. Our customer support team's primary purpose is to help you with every aspect of the process. This is different to professional advice, which is delivered by our team of business specialists and chartered accountants who focus on your business performance. TaxSense Customer Support Service is only interested in one thing: creating the best TaxSense experience for you. Your feedback is important to us. If we're not performing to your expectations, then please let us know and we'll find a way to align our expectations with your own. To help us to continually improve and update our services, we would be grateful if you could complete the feedback form you'll be sent after your presentation has been viewed.